Thank you. At breakfast this morning, Joe Jones said exactly that. He said, somebody asked the question, why is the Giant Award sold out? What is the big deal? And Joe Jones, who's probably in here somewhere, he said, because it's like a family reunion.
Absolutely. And so we want to formally say thank you and good evening and welcome to the 38th Annual Giants Award and Banquet, hosted by the Grand Rapids Community College Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion.
Absolutely. 38 years. Gasoline, to put it all in perspective, gasoline was 36 cents a gallon in 1972. That's how long the Giant Awards has been around.
And what a great opportunity for us to gather as community to celebrate Black excellence and the achievements of African Americans in this community. So I know that like any family reunion, right now I'm probably disrupting an opportunity for you to see someone you haven't seen in a very long time, but I promise, stick with us. There will be more opportunities for you to connect and to fellowship. But we want to, well, let's introduce ourselves. Good evening, everyone. My name is Shannon Cohen, and I have the honor of being one of your hosts this evening.
And my name is John Wesley Covington, and I happen to be an Ottawa Hills High School graduate. Yeah. You look amazing.
You look wonderful, and all of you look amazing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely amazing. And
I actually borrowed this tuxedo jacket from Bill Pink. He had, watch the tape, he had gray on last year. Went by the house the other day. Can I get that jacket? Voila, how do I look? Thank you. Thanks, Bill.
I've been teasing John. I keep telling him that his daughter is getting married. I say, you're your father of the bride. Look, going on.
Absolutely. I don't know. Courtney, can I wear this to the wedding? She said no. Oh, shucks.
Well, we are so honored that you are here to celebrate the Giants that have used their lives to lead, love, and serve in dynamic ways in our community. And tonight would not be possible in part without our sponsors.
Absolutely. We'd like to take a moment to acknowledge our generous sponsors. Thank you to our champion sponsor, Mercy Health St. Mary's. And I tell you what we're going to do, because we're here, Shannon and I. So we're going to do something a little different. So I do this thing with one clap. So when I say clap, you just do it one time, clap. You guys are good. You guys are good. When we say applaud, then there we go. So we're going to keep things moving. When I do this, it's just one clap where I do this. So advocate sponsors, the Voss Family Foundation, Fifth Third Bank, Stephen R. Drew and Adam C. Sturdivant of Drew, Cooper, and Anding. Our partner sponsors, man, they're good. Our partner sponsors are Blue Cross Blue Shield, Grand Rapids Community Foundation, Grand Valley State University, Mercantile Bank, hey, Spectrum Health, Steelcase, yeah. My cousin Lamar's, I didn't hear you yelling over there just now. Lamar James. Individual supporters, Reverend Tamara Baldwin, Senator Winnie Brinks. Give yourselves a big round of applause. You guys are good. They are good. We're going to have a good time tonight, aren't we?
We're going to have a wonderful time, and I know that we are standing shortly in the way of between you and dinner, but if you are able this evening, we would like to invite you to stand at this time as we sing collectively the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing, and this evening we will be led by the incomparable Ashley Jones.
I've got a little secret to tell you. I actually taught Ashley how to sing. She's done very well with it, too. Coming to the stage is the president of the oldest community college in the state of Michigan and the best tuxedo jacket loaner ever, Dr. Bill Pink.
Appreciate you. All right, this is fine. All right. Good evening. Good evening. This is not one of those nights where you're just going to sit there on your hands and not yell and scream and shout and encourage each other. This has to be one of those evenings of celebration. Yeah, I might be in trouble because I was told, hey, Dr. Pink, can you keep it at 5 minutes? I don't know now. I want to say welcome. Thank you so much. It is so good to see this crowd tonight for this giant awards ceremony. I want you to please join me and thank John and Shannon for being our host and hostess, our mistress of ceremonies tonight. Thank you so much. I also want to take a few minutes just to acknowledge the fact that we have some of our board members in the room tonight from Grand Rapids Community College. This college cannot be the college that it is without the leadership and in so many ways the board of this institution being so much to the work that happens for this institution. I want to ask that not only will our present board members stand, but also any of our past board members that are in the room, please stand and be recognized tonight, our board members from the college. I must say that as I think about this Giants ceremony, and I think about the college in Grand Rapids Community College, the thing that came to me tonight is I want to encourage each of you to be proud of your community college. Be proud of the community college that you have here in Grand Rapids. John mentioned it is the oldest community college in the state of Michigan, and it's one of the oldest in the country. This year that we are in is a historic year for our college. For this year, our college, for the first time in its history, is able to celebrate the fact that a Grand Rapids Promise Zone Authority Board decided that Grand Rapids Community College would be the college that would deliver the education, free tuition, free books, free fees to the students of Grand Rapids. That will encompass 24 high schools in the Grand Rapids Public Schools zone. That's historic for this community. It is historic because for the first time, our institution has and will own property in Holland, Michigan, where you will soon, in fall of 2021, drive down Highway 31 and see GRCC Lakeshore Campus right there at the West Shore Mall. That's going to be a new facility for this institution. That's historic. But I also share with you history because about a year ago, this institution embarked upon a $15 million capital campaign. And that capital campaign is focused on restoring two buildings, actually one building to be restored, our Raleigh J. Finkelstein Hall, also to add on to our Applied Technology Center some much needed space around computer information systems and manufacturing. And then also to raise scholarship dollars so that many more of our students who might not be able to afford our community college would be able to access that community college through scholarship funds. I'm happy to tell you tonight that as we are closing up that capital campaign, you'll hear more about it in the coming weeks as we make even more formal announcements. But out of that $15 million target, we sit now at $22 million. The most money ever raised of a capital campaign at this institution. It's a historic year, friends. I say that because I want you to be proud of your community college. But as you are proud of this college, please stay close to this college. Stay close and tell others about the good work that happens at the college. It's not because of this tall, bald-headed guy standing in front of you. It's because the GRCC family the family that works hard on that campus each and every day to educate students in Grand Rapids and in West Michigan. That is why you can be proud of your community college, and it is your community college. And your community college is honored to be the main sponsor of these Giants Awards for so many years. This ceremony and this celebration means a lot to our college because it brings together so many of our partners and so many of our friends from this community. It's so nice to see over 650 people here tonight. Capacity crowd, we sold out a month ago. Can't get everybody in the room. So I will also tell you that anyone who wanted to come and was complaining to you that they didn't get a ticket, just say, sorry, get that ticket earlier next time. But it is so good to have you here tonight. Before I say the invocation, as so often, I'm always just brought to remembering my love for Motown. I love my Motown music. And here recently, I get to playing in my vehicle as I'm driving. Somehow or another, Stevie Wonder has been one of my main artists that I've been listening to here lately. And one of the songs that have known for years, sing along, and sometimes when you're singing songs, they just catch you differently sometimes, even when you're not even thinking about it. I was listening to the song Stevie sings called Higher Ground. And one of the things about that song, in that chorus, as he says many things, he says, but I keep on trying till I reach the highest ground. And the reason those words strike me so much these last several weeks, and the reason those words come to me tonight, is not only the challenge that I hear Stevie saying in terms of highest ground to reach one day when all this life is over, but how do you and I stay on the higher ground in the midst of everything that goes on in this world? That his words challenge me each and every day, and I hope you are challenged as well, that in spite of, as my dad used to say, in spite of it all, that we keep on trying till we reach our highest ground, until how we act and react is that highest ground. And to always be conscious that that is what we are called to. If you would tonight, I want to say a prayer, and I will tell you that we'll start off this prayer with a moment of silence for those who may not be of the Christian faith, because my prayer would be from a Christian prayer, but I will have a moment of silence for those who may have a different faith and want to silently pray differently. Let's bow at this time. Our Lord and Father in heaven, we are grateful to you for this day. We're grateful to you for this evening. We are grateful to you because you are good. You are indeed a good God. You are good to us. As we look across the table at each other, Father, we are reminded that you are better to us than we are to ourselves. Father, we are grateful to you, and tonight we say thank you. We say thank you for life, for health, for strength. Thank you for family and friends. Thank you for gatherings like this where we can celebrate, we can laugh, hug, and enjoy each other's company tonight, Father, but also to recognize people in this community who have indeed gone above and beyond, who are indeed giants, Father. Not only are we grateful for those giants we will recognize tonight, but Father, we are grateful for all the giants that have been recognized over the 30-plus years of this celebration. My prayer tonight, Father, is that their example be one that all of us can follow. And Father, as we recognize our junior giants, that Father, indeed, the young people that we will honor tonight will aspire to be as good, if not better, than those who they see tonight honored as giants. Father, we're grateful to you, and we say thank you tonight. We thank you for the meal that has been prepared. We thank you for the hands that prepared it. We thank you for the fellowship that is happening and that will come. Now to him who is able to do exceedingly and abundantly, above all that we can ask or imagine, to him be glory and honor in the church now and forevermore. Amen.
I know what I'm wearing next year. Nice jacket, Bill.
So the beauty of Giants is that we nourish your soul through the community and the gathering, but we also nourish your tummies. And so we are going to prepare for dinner to be served, and you're in for a special treat. Tonight's meal has been curated by our own Chef Tremel Hawkins, alumnus of the Grand Rapids Community College Sekia Institute of Culinary Arts.
I've got a little secret.
You taught him how to cook, too?
I taught him how to cook. Yeah.
And as you eat, we are going to turn back to the wonderful sounds of the Kenny Matthews Band.
You know, so you come to the JW Marriott, not only do you get greens and seasoned chicken, but you got Anita Baker,
Yes.
You got India Ari, you got Anthony Hamilton. Come on, you guys are winning tonight.
I love it. I don't know how they're going to top this for the 39th annual, but this has been amazing. And we want to move further into our program by acknowledging all of you. We have some special gifts.
Anybody want to win something? Maybe not.
Just wait until you hear the gifts. I know that you're going to want to win these gifts.
All right. So open up your program. If you've got your program, open up your program to the inside back cover. If there is a colored letter located in the bottom right corner, you are a winner. Ah, we got a winner. You're a winner. You're a winner. You're a winner. All right. Who has the letter G? Who has the letter G? Stand up. Ah, come on down.
Letter G.
Letter G, right here. All
Sophia
right.
Brewer is going to come to you.
Okay, so you have won 2 tickets to the Clayton Brother Quintet at St. Cecilia Music Center. Congratulations. We've got our own Vanna Black right here.
I love it. I love it.
She looked good, too.
She looks
She's
amazing.
Beautiful
So
young lady.
now we want to look for the letter I. If you have the letter I, and we're spelling out the word giant, so if you have the letter I, you're going to win a massage. So please let us know, where are you?
Hey.
I hear letter I. Hello,
She's
letter
screaming.
I. Yes. Letter I. Congratulations. You just won a gift certificate for an 85-minute massage at the Westside Massage. Yes.
Man. All right, we'll wait till she gets back up. Well, maybe they're near her, so I'll go ahead and do it. Who has the letter A? Who has the letter A? Who has the letter A? Right there. All right, congratulations. You have won a $100 gift certificate provided by our lovely co-host, Shannon Cohen Incorporated. She's going to start a Fortune 500 company with your gift certificate.
I love it.
Receive that.
Yes. And then who has the letter N? Anybody on this side of the room? Yeah, hey, y'all. So letter N, if you would just stand up so Sophia can acknowledge you, you have won a $100 gift certificate to 40 Acre Soul Kitchen. I told you all they were good gifts. Good gifts.
All right. And T is going to round out the word giant. Who has the letter T? Who has the letter T? Right here. All right.
Our last giveaway of the evening.
Is that Beverly?
Yes, Lady Beverly. Hey, Lady Beverly.
Hey. Looking good. You have won 2 tickets, Beverly, to Symphony with Soul featuring Terrence Blanchard. Congratulations.
Yes, your next date night. Next date night on the Giants banquet.
I got an idea. I know who she's going to take with her.
You do?
I think so. Yeah.
Love it.
All right. Let's give each of our winners a round of applause. All of our winners a round of applause.
So at this point in our program, we want to move to honoring our giants in training, our emerging leaders. And I was telling John earlier, I remember the first Giants Award I ever went to. The first Giants Award I ever went to, I was in my 20s. It was 15 years ago. I was in my 20s.
No.
I was a young professional. You trying to gas me up.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I was in my 20s. I was a young transplant from the city of Detroit. I didn't know many people. And I had just joined this phenomenal organization known as Blend. Any Blend folks in the building? So I had just joined Blend, which was this affinity group for young professionals of color, and they recommended that we come to the Giants Award. And so I was in the Giants Award. I didn't know a lot of folks, but I saw one elder that I knew, and it was Miss Dorothy Jo Butler. Does anybody know or had known Miss Dorothy Jo? So there's nobody like Miss Dorothy Jo Butler, and so she saw me kind of walking around trying to figure out if I knew anyone, but filling out a place. And I'll never forget this. She said something to me 15 years ago, John. She said to me, she said, "Shannon, I see giant promise and potential in you." And I know that can seem inconsequential to some of you if you don't know Miss Dorothy Jo, but if you know her, you would know that Miss Dorothy Jo's inside voice is what most of our typical outside voice is.
Got it.
And so when she said that to me, like 10 folks around me kind of turned to see who this obscure caramel girl from Detroit that she saw greatness in 15 years ago. And I think that's the magic of giants, that we see not just giants in our existing and our veteran leaders, but we affirm the greatness and the promise and the potential that we see in our emerging leaders.
That was so good. Everybody say that was good. Good job.
So we want
like
to
that
present,
story.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We want to present the Milo M. Brown Scholarship presentation. And so you have some folks you want to bring to the stage?
Absolutely. Please welcome the one and only Laura B. Moody to the stage. She's of the GRCC Nursing Department faculty, and Kendrick William Moody of Brown's Funeral Home. They're going to present the Milo M. Brown Scholarship presentation. Give them one clap.
Good evening. It is indeed an honor to be here with you tonight. And on behalf of the Milo Brown Scholarship, I do want to say, on behalf of my brother, Michael B. Johnson, who passed away, we utilized him yesterday, we will continue to honor the recipients of the Milo Brown Scholarship in his honor as we go along. And I know it says Kendrick William Moody, but I have Nathaniel Moody that will be up here with me this evening. Please, let's welcome to the stage Miss Essie O. Gane Oju. She's enrolled in the nursing program at Grand Rapids Community College. She has shown her dedication to the nursing field, serving as a licensed practical nurse. After obtaining her associate degree, Ms. Oju will continue her education by pursuing a bachelor's degree. Her dream is to become a pediatric nurse because she loves to make a difference in the lives of children. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Essie O. Gane Oju. Our next recipient is Miss Elizabeth Odor. She's a student at Grand Rapids Community College, Secchi Institute of Culinary Education. She discovered her passion for cooking as a young girl. while assisting her grandmother with preparing chapati bread over open fire. To keep her motivated, she lives by a quote from her grandmother: "Education is a continual process. It's like a bicycle, and even if you don't pedal, you don't go forward." After graduation, Ms. Odur plans to return to her home country in Kenya to transform her community with the knowledge she has gained. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Elizabeth Odur. Our final recipient is Ms. Keziah Stenson. She is a culinary arts student also at Grand Rapids Community College in the Second Institute of Culinary Education. Her goal is to graduate with an associate degree in culinary arts and with a certification in baking and pastries. Ms. Stenson has a passion for working with food and gaining a deeper understanding of how food can heal the body. Therefore, she plans to transfer to Michigan State University to obtain her Bachelor's of Science in Dietetics. Ms. Stenson has a passion for working with food and gaining a deeper understanding of how food can heal the body. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Keziah Stenson. Thank you very much. Let's give it up one more time for our Milo Brown Scholarship recipients. Thank you.
So before we present our Junior Giant Scholarship Awards, I have the honor of bringing up two dynamic leaders to the stage, but I need your help before I bring them up. And so one of the folks in this duo is probably going to pinch me later. Hopefully you all will prevent her from pinching me, because I want to acknowledge our chairwoman and our vice chairman for today's event. And we know that the type of excellence that we've experienced and the attention to detail to plan an event like this to serve over 650 folks doesn't happen by accident, does it? And so before I call up Jennifer Smith and Jonathan Wheeler, as they get ready to come, if you can join me in giving them a round of thunderous applause. This has been a labor of love for a very long time. And they have been so gracious when we've asked for tickets after the deadline. And they have been so gracious when we went vegan 48 hours before the event. And so we just want to salute you. We thank you. We are standing in the shade of your service to community. Thank you both.
Good evening. The Cedric Ward High School Leadership Scholarship is awarded to Junior Giants Miss Alexandria Vaughn Irvin. Alex is a senior at Forest Hill Central High School. After graduation, she plans to pursue a bachelor's degree in biology or nursing to pursue a career as an anesthetist. Alexandria's commitment to serving and her display of perseverance during life's challenges are indicative of her leadership potential. Alex recently experienced 2 knee injuries. These personal challenges forced her to rely heavily on her favorite scripture, Philippians 4:13, "I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me." Alex continues to maintain a 3.5 grade point average while managing a well-rounded schedule that consists of serving at annual events for the United Way, Grand Rapids Public Schools, Youth Grant Committee, and endless opportunities. She does all this while playing varsity basketball and working a part-time job. Please join me in congratulating Miss Alexandria Vaughn Irving.
The Dr. Patricia Pulliam College Leadership Award is awarded to junior giant Mr. Brandon J. Fuller. A Hope College senior with a double major in economics and mathematics. Mr. Fuller's achievements in academics, leadership, and community involvement were recognized when awarded the prestigious Covenant Scholarship from Hope College. Since his first semester at Hope College, Brandon has been named to the Dean's List for maintaining a 4.0 GPA. Yes! During his tenure, Brandon co-founded the Men's Enrichment Network, a student group focused on the success of men of color and building community among the group. As part of this endeavor, Brandon created and coordinates Necktie Thursday, a forum of young men of color to discuss campus issues and activities. They also host guest speakers and discuss networking opportunities. After graduation, Brandon plans to pursue a PhD in economics to focus on public policy as it impacts communities of color. His goal is to make a difference in a field of study where Black scholars are underrepresented. Brandon understands that pursuit of this goal is an opportunity to close the gap. Please join me in congratulating Mr. Brandon J. Fuller.
Could we just stand to our feet and give those two young people a standing ovation, please? We probably need to stand anyway after that delicious meal. Let's give them a rousing standing ovation. Everybody say awesome. Congratulations, two superstars right there. Before we begin our Giant Awards presentation, we would like to acknowledge during this 38th year of the Giant Awards and Banquet, thank you to those Giants who had the vision to create the program. The late Mr. Cedric Ward and Dr. Patricia Pulliam. Is she in the room? Is Dr. Patricia Pulliam in the room? She's in the room. Stand up somewhere. Stand up wherever you are, not somewhere. Stand up. They said she's over there somewhere. Give her a round of applause regardless. Also, any previous Giant Award recipients in the room, if you could stand up at this time also. Any previous Giant Award recipients in the room. Give them a big round of applause, please. Everybody say Giants. I like this audience. Thank you. And also, we're going to take a moment of silence to acknowledge all of those Giants who've passed on. A moment of silence, please. Thank you. Now, before we present our first Giant Award, I would like for the parents of any of tonight's recipients, I believe we have some parents in the room, the parents of any of tonight's recipients, could you stand, please? I know Ovell Barbie is here somewhere and Ange Nelson. Where are the parents? Sean Devon. Come on, let's give the parents a big round of applause. And we would like to say thank you to all of the parents. It is because of you that we have your children in this community making and being the difference. Thank you. We'd like to begin with the Floyd Skinner Justice Award. This year's honoree is Michelle Smith Lowe. Michelle Smith Lowe impact captures her steadfast commitment and care for all people. Ms. Smith Lowe became the first African American to hold the position of Senior Assistant Prosecuting Attorney in Kent County. I said the first. Michelle's concern for peace, respect, fairness, equity, and natural leadership skills are directly linked to her dedication to children. She was instrumental in the establishment of the Truancy Court program. The impetus for this initiative was to ensure that the children were not criminalized for truancy, but nurtured to see the value in education and to have access. Ms. Smith Lowe also serves as a Stephen minister, a layperson trained to provide one-to-one care to people experiencing a difficult time in life. How many of you have had a difficult time in life? Many of us. In this role, she counsels co-workers, clients, family, and friends.
I am truly honored and humbled to have been selected as this year's recipient of the Floyd Skinner Giants Award for Justice, and I thank God, who is the strength of my life, for the opportunity to serve in this community. I would like to thank my supervisor, Chris Becker, who is the elected Kent County prosecutor, for nominating me, and to the Giants Committee for selecting me as the recipient of this award. It is a great honor to me to be a lawyer, because not very long ago, even in my lifetime, practicing law was a challenge for African Americans, especially women. I am also proud to be a public servant and to represent the prosecutor's office. I am honored to work for an office that, while we often must enforce the law with grit, we also do so with grace and integrity that has earned our office the respect and credibility of the judges, law enforcement, and even the attorneys against whom we practice. It is the grit and grace of our decisions that allow us to be fiduciaries to the county while still being friends to the community. I would like to thank our elected prosecutor, Chris Becker, and Chief Deputy Prosecutor, Monica Janeski, for the trust that they have placed in me by giving me the opportunity to lead the family division as the senior attorney. We do valuable work on behalf of children and families in this community, and it is a great honor for me to do so with committed and capable colleagues and coworkers. I have honestly walked amongst giants every day of my life. My parents, grandparents, and ancestors were giants. My daughters and son-in-laws, who I call my Fantastic Four, my grandchildren and family and friends and church family and colleagues are all giants, and I'm so thankful for their support and encouragement. This really is a service-rich and giant-filled community, and I'm still stunned to have been named a giant by those I respect and see as giants. Lastly, I would like to thank my late husband, Brian Lowe, who every day validated me, treated me like a queen, and who was an amazing leader, and who taught me principles of servant leadership and leadership development, and was himself a giant on whose shoulders I am still standing. To do what is good, the Bible commands us in Micah 6:8, is to act justly, love mercy, and walk humbly. While I realize that I work for a government agency and there is the separation of church and state, I still believe that as we practice law and represent the people of the state of Michigan, that all of us, even as prosecutors, fundamentally ascribe to that principle, to act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly. It is from that place that I strive to continue to work and serve. Thank you again for this amazing honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the Floyd Skinner Justice Award, Michelle Smith Lowe. Come on, we can make more noise than that for her. There we go. Everybody say congratulations, Michelle.
It's so easy to honor people who you live under the shade and the legacy of their leadership. So we are so grateful. Thank you, Lady Michelle. Our next award recipient will receive the Walter Cole Public Service Award, and this year's honoree is Mr. Ovale R. Barbie Jr. You can't applaud like that unless you know Ovale or have had one of those precious, what I call precious Ovale conversations that tend to be life-changing. Ovale Barbie Jr. serves as Senior Vice President of Human Resources and Chief Diversity Officer at Spectrum Health. In this role, he is committed to making a difference in the workplace and within the community. Ovale is a strong proponent of education, and during a recent birthday celebration, Mr. Barbie requested guests to bring a child's book instead of gifts. That unselfish act led to the donation of over 200 books to the Santa Claus Girls Kent County charity. Ovale frequently seeks out opportunities to improve his community and to provide support for youth and others who seek his advice. For example, he offset the cost of books and supplies for deserving college students to help them realize their potential and to live their dreams. More from Ovale here.
I am honored to be selected as the recipient of the Walter Cole Giants Award. It's truly an honor to receive an award for good deeds. I want to thank God for pushing me to use my skills and talents. I would also like to thank my family, friends, and many supporters who have been on this lifelong journey with me. As a product of the Grand Rapids community, I have directly benefited from the actions of others who invested in me. My mother, Elaine Barbie, stressed the importance of education by actively engaging with all of my teachers, demanding completion of my homework, and requiring that I put my best effort forward. So, Mom, thank you for allowing me to become the person I am. I grew up across the street from Martin Luther King Park and learned how to swim, sled, ice skate, play kickball, and to fight. These were life lessons which helped shape me to become the advocate I am today, not only for myself, but for others. I remember vividly the day workers changed the park sign name from Franklin Park to Martin Luther King Park, truly significant in our city's history. When I received the call regarding my selection, I sent an email to the organizers which read, "Thank you to GRCC and the committee for this outstanding recognition. I am truly humbled and grateful to have been selected. I am looking forward to the event and am hopeful that all in attendance pay attention to and assist all that are in need and within their reach. I made a personal commitment to pay back all of the nonprofit scholarship money I received, which is a goal I have met. I regularly select students from the Grand Rapids community who have a compelling story, and I agree to cover books and supplies while they are in college. I call the students my Barbie Book Club members. Today, I am fortunate to lead Spectrum Health's diversity efforts. I realize the importance of this responsibility as we continue to push the organization for needed changes. We understand that the entire community benefits. I've been in multiple forums where I've opened up with an eerie silence, saying absolutely nothing while staring at confused audience members who are thinking that I had forgotten my lines. Stop the silence is how I end the awkwardness. As we have opportunities to address an inequity or something that makes us uncomfortable, I encourage each of you to use your voice as a catalyst for change to help us end the silence. Thank you.
Please join me in saluting and honoring the 2020 Walter Cole Public Service Award recipient, Mr. Ovell Barbie Jr. I love it. I think he brought some of his King Park crew to Giants. Congratulations, Ovell. At this time, we want to invite Dr. Hee-Young Kim, President of Mercy Health St. Mary's. Dr. Kim will present the Eugene Browning Medical Service Award. Dr. Kim.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Man, what a treat it is for me to be up here to make this introduction. Wow. Clarence Teddy Henderson is the recipient of this year's Eugene Browning Medical Service Award. He is the epitome of excellence and service. After completing his GED and Occupational Industrial Certificate, he became the first male orderly at a Villa Elizabeth care facility in the early 1980s. He worked in various capacities within the healthcare system, and because of his exemplary work ethic, Mr. Henderson was sought after by countless healthcare organizations. It is his faith and service to community that parallels his mantra that one must have ongoing compassion and learn to care for others through unconditional love for all people. Mr. Henderson personifies this sentiment. Wherever he resides, he is affectionately known as the neighborhood dad. He is the voice of reason between parents and children, and community leaders and clergy. He often provides support to first-generation college students in need of a meal, a ride, housing, financial assistance, or just a listening ear. Let's watch the video.
Being selected to receive the Eugene Browning Medical Service Award is a special honor for which I am grateful. I am a witness that when you put God first in your life and use the gift He has given you, you too will be a giant. Thank you to the Giants Committee and everyone who was involved in my nomination, friends and most of all my family who always loved and supported me and made me feel like a giant. Love you all.
Everybody say congratulations. He clean too. He is clean. I don't know, Dr. Bill Pink. I might have another jacket for next year. How was the dessert? I haven't had mine yet. I hope it's still there in a few moments. Next is the W.W. Plummer Humanitarian Award. This year's honoree is Eddie T.L. Tadlock. Eddie T.L. Tadlock makes time for volunteerism and community engagement despite his demanding job with a venue management company that spans 5 continents. In his roles with Van Andel Arena and DeVos Place Convention Center and Performance Hall, Mr. Tadlock promotes diversity and inclusion. I'm a part of a Facebook group that he's a part of. Some of you may know what I'm speaking of, and boy, does he ever promote diversity and inclusion. He is the curator in residence for Art Prize and led the Shades of Blackness art show competition for the African American Music Festival. In addition, over the last 10 years, Eddie has volunteered and served on the board of many nonprofit and cultural organizations. Mr. Tadlock believes no matter where you are in the world, there is always a way you can give back and contribute to those who are less fortunate.
Good evening. My name is Eddie Tadlock, and in 2008, as a transplant from Seattle, I attended my first Giants banquet at Ford Fieldhouse at Grand Rapids Community College. I was inspired by legacy and stories shared by the Giants, and at that moment, I knew that I needed to find a path to service in my newly adopted community. Since then, I've had the opportunity to learn from, listen to, lean on, and work amongst many Giants in Grand Rapids. I am truly surprised and humbled to be selected as the 2020 W.W. Plummer Humanitarian honoree. I would like to thank you all for showing up this evening to recognize and honor all of this year's award recipients. You made an intentional effort to be here. You had many other options. I should also thank you for being Giants in your own unique ways, for sharing your time and talent in the community. And as we share our gratitude for our Giants this evening, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. The world is full of nice people. If you cannot find one, be one. Thank you.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, the W.W. Plummer Humanitarian Award honoree, Eddie T.L. Tadlock. Everybody say congratulations, Mr. Tadlock. I don't know, I like that pinstripe, Bill Pink. I like that pinstripe.
Well, we're honoring two Eddies this year because the Ethel Humanities Award is being given to Mr. Eddie L. Stevens, Jr. Eddie Stevens serves as the president and CEO of Actionable Solutions Consulting, a company that conducts motivational workshops, academic and career coaching, and job skills training for people of all ages. Mr. Stevens also has a passion for the performing arts. Since his acting debut, Eddie has served in a variety of roles, ranging from Reverend Sykes in Circle Theater's 2017 production of To Kill a Mockingbird, to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in the Grand Rapids Civic Theater's 2018 production, All the Way. In 2018, Eddie had the distinct honor of performing as the narrator and MLK orator with the Grand Rapids Symphony Orchestra in the Symphony of Soul's Portrait of a Leader. Now, if you all know Eddie and Demare, they had a grandbaby, and grandbabies change everything. And so they have relocated to California, so he is unable to be with us tonight. But his mother, Minister Lee Brooks, and his sister, Sheila Charlton, are here to accept this award on his behalf. Words from Eddie.
Good evening, Grand Rapids from warm Palm Desert, California. I wish I could be there tonight, but I'm in the final rehearsals for my first professional theater role. I'm grateful that my mom, Reverend Lee Brooks, and my sister, Sheila Charlton, are there with you tonight. I'm humbled to receive the 2020 Ethel Co. Humanities Award. Thank you to the Giant Committee for choosing me and to the Spartans who nominated me, my Kappa brother, Michael Hobson, and my stage wife, Marissa Beatty. I want to acknowledge Ethel Co. for setting the standard in performing and visual arts worthy of having this award named for her. There have been many who have been instrumental in the opportunities I've had to be in 12 productions since I started acting in 2017. All the Grand Rapids theaters and directors, especially Civic Theater and Bruce Tinker, who saw something in me that I didn't see when he cast me in my first show, Ragtime. I want to highlight Edie Evans Hyde and Ebony Road players for ensuring that the African American experience continues to be represented on stage. I've been blessed with acting mentors who taught me what it truly means to be an actor. Michael Travis, Melita Travis Johnson, Sammy Publis, and Joe Kermoley, to name a few. My sons Ryan and Nick and my extended family have been supporting me from day one. But most importantly, I want to thank Demir, my incredible wife of 35 years. I love you with all my heart, dear, and thank you for supporting and encouraging my dreams ever since we met 40 years ago at Michigan State. I want to close by reiterating a request made by Lisa Knight last year. That request is to encourage you to support our young people in the performing arts. In 2013, I formed Actionable Solutions to help young people identify their natural talents and strengths and then use those to build skill sets needed to be successful in their life's pursuits. The performing arts also help in building those skill sets. Leadership, collaboration, time management, and critical thinking are just a few. There are incredible programs being offered by the theaters in Grand Rapids that our young people will benefit from for the rest of their lives. Now, I consider myself extremely blessed to have found theater in my life's second act at the age of 56. I want to strongly encourage you tonight to help our young people find the performing arts in their life's opening act. Thank you again for this honor. God bless you, and good night.
In his absence, but most definitely in his honor, we welcome Minister Brooks and his sister Sheila as we award Eddie Stevens the 2020 Ethel Humanities Award.
Next is the Milo Brown Business Award. This year's honoree is Crystal T. Hardley. Crystal T. Hardley established Crystal Services in 2012 after more than a decade of working as a mortician. Ms. Hardley faced many challenges and pursued a non-traditional way of offering services to the community in which she loves. Crystal was the first Grand Rapids native and Black woman to own her own funeral services in her community. The first. She also promotes an environment of trust, respect, compassion, and fairness in her business dealings and community involvement. Crystal is an active member of Lighthouse Full Life Center. And since 2014, she has been involved with Junior Achievement. Ms. Hardley also serves as coordinator of Beautiful Women of God and provides workshops in churches and nonprofits in life planning and bereavement. Crystal has dedicated her life to serving families who are experiencing loss and has over 20 years of funeral services experience.
Thank God, who is the author and finisher of my faith. I can do nothing without his divine guidance. I am beyond grateful to receive the Giants Award, giving thanks to the Giants Award Committee for recognizing my work ethic and commitment to servicing the community. I do not feel like a giant. Proverbs 18:16 says, "A man's gift maketh room for him and bringeth him before great men." And that's why I'm here. I have not done this in isolation of others, so thank you for your help and encouragement. The late Michael B. Johnson, the late Sherman D. Gillespie, Nathaniel Moody, Brent Buchel, Fred DeGraff, MKD family, Audrey Mayfield, Judy Coyer, Norman Combs, Ruth Buxton, Shakinya Blakely, Dan Dornbush, my late grandmother, Lula Whittington, Denise Whitley, CFS family, Miss Jan, who thinks for me when I cannot, which is more often than I admit, Walter, Winter, and Autumn for allowing me to miss family time. My own giant husband, Mr. Hardley, thanks for everything, especially in the mornings when I'm not up, You are. This journey has not been easy, but well worth it. I love what I do, and showing compassion with no comparison to my community is an honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Milo Brown Business Award recipient, Crystal T. Hardley. Everybody say congratulations, Ms. Hardley.
Our next award recipient will be given the Phyllis Scott Activist Award, and this year's honoree is the incomparable Misty L. Stanton. So if you've been in this community for some time, you may know her as Coach. She is a renowned basketball coach, but I want to share just a few things you may not know about Misty. Misty Stanton embodies a strong commitment to improving the lives of youth. Her vision has always been to promote literacy, learning, and mentorship. This philosophy is reflected in her involvement on a myriad of committees and boards, so many that we just couldn't name them all, Misty. For 25 years, Ms. Stanton was a part of the Grand Rapids Public Schools in a number of different roles, which included the Help One Student to Succeed program and Title I Literacy program. Under her leadership, the programs received a National Exemplary Award for one of the best sites in the nation. Currently, Misty is the Assistant Vice President and Diversity and Inclusion Officer at Mercantile Bank, where she continues her passion to promote and improve the lives of youth. Here's Misty in her own words.
It is such an honor to receive this award. I stand here today on the shoulders of my ancestors. This is not just Misty Stanton receiving an activist award. This is the work of Estelle Smith, Walter Smith, June Smith, Carl Smith, Inez Smith, Bernard Smith, the McGee women, Ken Bolden, and the Mack family. They all came to this community and had an impact on this community, and I am their impact on this community. Years ago, my father had served in Vietnam and earned a bachelor's degree, and no one would hire him here in Grand Rapids. Phyllis Scott took a chance and hired my father, starting him on his path of a successful career as an educator. In the Giants' inaugural year, my Uncle Carl Smith received the very first Phyllis Scott Activist Award. I have worked hard to continue to embody their legacy by encouraging and empowering youth in our community. Now, that work has taken many forms over the years, but would not have been possible without the love and support of my family, especially my husband and my two beautiful daughters. My plan is to take this award and the support of my family to continue to strive to answer two questions. What is it I love, and how can I be of service? I am honored to be the recipient of the Phyllis Scott Giants Award.
Please join me in honoring one special lady, Misty Stanton.
Everybody say congratulations. Next is the William Gland Trailblazer Award. This year's honoree is Judge Christina Elmore. In 2018, Christina Elmore was elected a Kent County Circuit Court judge. Judge Elmore has demonstrated her commitment in the community through her lifelong public service, both personally and professionally. For the past 5 years, she has volunteered as an instructor, teaching constitutional law to high school students in Grand Rapids Public Schools. Her service leadership activities include working with Junior Achievement, Safe Haven, West Michigan Civility Project, the NAACP, the Girl Scouts, and Pause with a Cause Human Society. While her docket certainly keeps her busy, Judge Elmore has a soft spot for young people. Over the last 10 years, she has given time to the Civic Education Regional High School mock trials.
Wow, me, a trailblazer? I am almost speechless. Almost. First, I must thank God for His grace, His favor, and His infinite wisdom and love. Thank you to my family, my husband, and my children, Justin, Shane, and Erica, for their support of me and my pursuit of the purpose God has for me. My parents, Creflo Mims and Dr. Carol Foster, for always loving and supporting me and my seemingly whimsical career decisions, from going into the military after law school to running for circuit court judge when I was already a district court judge. I'm sure they've questioned the sanity of my choices over the years. Thank you to my Uncle Donald and Aunt Mary Williams for their nomination and support during my campaign. Thank you to the selection committee. Thank you to countless members of this community, far too many to name. Many are here in this room. I am abundantly aware I wouldn't be able to do the important work I do without your trust and backing. Finally, I must thank those who came before me. I only pray, as a trailblazer, I am paving a way for those to follow. May God continue to bless you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, the William Gland Trailblazer Award, an Ottawa Hills High School graduate, Judge Christina Elmore. Everybody say, "Here comes the judge."
So this next awardee, congratulations again, Judge Elmore. So this next nominee has always been a lifesaver. As a matter of fact, I can say so from personal experience because we met many, many years ago in the computer lab at Grand Valley State University where she worked at the IT desk. And she saved my life so my paper wouldn't get lost, and she was stuck with me forever since that moment. And so I am honored to acknowledge my sister and my friend, Miss Angela D. Nelson, as she receives the Rayman Tardy Community Service Award. I love the applause. It sounds like she's shown up in your life as a lifesaver too. Angela Nelson has great passion and enthusiasm for helping and serving others. Ms. Nelson serves on the board of Camp Tall Turf, the YMCA of Greater Grand Rapids, and Grand Rapids Children's Museum. She tri-chairs the board of the Center for Community Transformation and is also a member of the YWCA Helen Clater Recognition Society. Angela is also president of the Grand Rapids Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. She also co-chairs Proactive, a voter education initiative focused in communities with low voting precincts. In 2018, Ms. Nelson was honored as one of West Michigan's 50 most influential women for her leadership role at Experience Grand Rapids, where she serves as the Vice President of Multicultural Business Development.
I don't know if I can adequately express just how grateful I am to be considered as a Giant Award recipient this year, but let me try. First and foremost, thank you, God. As a believer, I know where my blessings come from, and I am so grateful for every brick and paver you firmly set before me, creating a masterfully designed trail for me to blaze. A trail at which times were a little hazy, but one in which you well equipped me to travel, make progress, and leave an indelible mark. In my life's journey, you've led me to people, places, and into spaces in which doors have been opened and opportunities created just for me. I also want to thank my sweet and devastating sorors of the Grand Rapids Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated for nominating me. I have the honor of serving you as president, a title I do not take for granted. These women, including my mother, have birthed me, inspired me, nurtured me, and taught me how to manage some of the most challenging life moments and people with fortitude, courage, grace, and determination. The Raymond Tardy Community Service Award is so fitting because, like Mr. Tardy, an early systems thinker, we share a spirit of servant leadership. But when it comes to serving the community or otherwise, the reality, as Theodore Roosevelt put it, no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And we care about Grand Rapids. Mr. Tardy planted seeds that were richly developed into a deep-rooted legacy as evidenced by his children and family. Melvin Tardy, Sinai Jordan, and Mr. Michael B. Johnson Sr., who recently passed, but epitomized his father's character and a spirit of community service. He did what we all wish to do, which is to carve our names on the hearts of people and use our life and influence to stand for something that will outlast it. I believe that Grand Rapids is a great community to live, visit, work, and play. I believe that we are becoming more welcoming, inclusive, and accessible. I believe that the best is yet to come for our city, a place that's transforming into a world-class destination. My role as a community trustee is critical, and I will remain engaged in and devoted to behind and in front of the scenes discussions. I will keep on advocating, showing up, and representing for all. To GRCC's Giants Award Selection Committee and founders who created this platform to honor and celebrate Black excellence, to my nominators, my mother for joining me tonight, my mentors, friends, experienced GR colleagues, and you, Grand Rapids, a community who believe in me and support me. Thank you again.
Congratulations to our 2020 Raymond Tardy Community Service Award recipient, the one and only Miss Angela Nelson.
Everybody say congratulations, Angela. There are some names here that are synonymous with music, the fabric of our lives here in Grand Rapids. The DeBarge family, Al Green, and the Abneys. The H.C. Toliver Religious Life Award, this year's honoree is James Lee Abney, Sr. James Lee Abney, Sr., developed a love for gospel music, listening to his father and sisters sing in the church. Mr. Abney believes God uses him to reach out to souls through his music. He taught himself how to sing, compose, direct, and write songs. Mr. Abney has also written and arranged songs for 6 gospel albums with Bethel Pentecostal Church and served as choir director for nearly 6 decades. He currently serves as the choir director at Madison Square Christian Reformed Church, and most notable is his ability to sing various vocal ranges in every song to ensure every note is sung in perfect harmony.
My heart is filled with joy and with gratitude for the honor of receiving this reward tonight. I have many to thank for what I have been able to do. First and foremost, I thank the Lord for his mercy and his loving kindness in allowing me to receive this award. He is the one who has given me the musical gifts as well as the strength, the power, and the inspiration to use those gifts. I thank one of my sons, James Coleman, for nominating me for this prestigious award. I also thank all my family and friends who have been there to support and encourage me. The work that I do, I love all of you. I strongly share the testimony of Reverend Paul Jones, stated in his song, especially these words: I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days and some sleepless nights. But when I look around and see and think things over, all of my good days outweighed my bad days. I won't complain.
Ladies and gentlemen, the H.C. Toliver Religious Life Award recipient, Mr. James Lee Abney, Sr. Come back this way. Here, come back this way. Come back. Let's go stand. We know he's a man of faith, but we didn't want him to go off that stage right there. Everybody say congratulations.
Just 2 awards left, and then we will announce our Giant of Giants Awards. So the next award is the Hattie Beverly Education Award, and this year's honoree is the Principal of Principals, the Educator of Educators, Mr. Jerry McComb. Mr. McComb served the Grand Rapids Public School System for 30 years as a well-known teacher and principal. Mr. McComb affectionately called his students his babies and formed personal relationships by getting to know them and their families, but more importantly, he knew what their needs were. No student was left behind on his watch, and he taught them more than the mandated curriculum. As an advocate for his school community, Mr. McComb fought for adequate resources and made every school he led a model of excellence. Mr. McComb continues to be in service leadership as a member of the board for the Grand Rapids Promise Zone Authority, the African American Male Achievement Conference, the Young Men's Association Conference, and as an active member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Here's Mr. McComb in his own words.
I'm so honored and grateful to be the recipient of the Hattie Beverly Education Award. Working for 30 years plus in 10 different schools in Grand Rapids Public School as a teacher and an administrator, it was a joy, a challenge, and my pleasure to be a dad, granddad, counselor, uncle, doctor, nurse, coach, family facilitator, and preacher. I am especially grateful to a host of amazing people whose support is the reason I am here tonight receiving this award. I was started home with my amazing wife, Celestine, who gave me day in and day out support for the job I love. Our daughter, Chastity, and my son-in-law, Leontis, for their moral support. I thank Grand Rapids Public Schools for believing in me and giving me the opportunities to share my gifts and talents in the educational field. I thank Omega Psi Phi Fraternity for their endless support in the school, which supported thousands of our boys and girls. I would like to thank my church, family, First Community AME committee for recommending me to receive this award. Thanks, Pastor G, for giving me spiritual support. Finally, thanks to my parents, John and Liza McComb, for instilling in their children God, our Savior, and the importance of getting an education and giving back to the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McComb, for adopting us and educating us as your very own. And we are excited to see you receive the Hattie Beverly Education Award.
The only thing about taking those photos is sometimes you have to hold your stomach in a little longer than you prefer. You know, Joe Jones and I were saying this morning at breakfast that there are about 10% African American black folks in Kent County. 10% of the population are black folks, African American, and I think like 9.7% of y'all are here this evening. Also, I know we've got the Divine Nine represented here, so 3, 2, 1, let's hear you. There we go. There we go. All right. Look what I started. Next is the Martha Reynolds Labor Award. This year's honoree is Larry Dodson. Larry Dodson began his teaching career as a government, history, economics, and speech teacher at you-know-where, Ottawa Hills High School. It was during his tenure he became a leader in the Grand Rapids Education Association as a representative to the Michigan Education Association. Mr. Dodson was the first African American and male president of the Grand Rapids Education Association. During his presidency, Larry concentrated on literacy negotiations, grievance hearings, and staff advocacy. He secured a small NEA grant for professional development for teachers at Oakdale Elementary School. This professional development pilot became a model for other schools in the district. Mr. Dodson continues to serve his community by raising funds for student scholarships.
First, I would like to thank Diane McMillan for the nomination and the Giants Committee for the honor. Organized labor created the middle class that many of us enjoy the benefits of, thus giving me the privilege of working for and retiring from two stellar service organizations. One, the Michigan Education Special Services Association, which provides superior bargain employee benefits, where I served as a field rep for 24 years and president and vice president and bargaining chair for the professional staff at Mesa, and the Grand Rapids Public Schools as a secondary high school teacher and coach. I taught for 20 years and served as president of the Grand Rapids Education Associations for 3 years, which is the teachers' union. I can say that there have been many that have helped mold my journey. Teachers, professors, coaches, and community members contributed to my development, especially Mr. Jim Edwards, Ms. Barb Wetman, Mr. Jim Eddy, Mr. Eli Lumpkins, Mr. Leroy Davis, Dr. Everett Griffin, Dr. Shirley West, Dr. Joe McMillan, and my first community, AME Church Community, my parents, and 5 older brothers that told me what I better do, and especially my wife, Ruth, who gives me the support that I need to move forward with my many endeavors. I would like to thank the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion at Grand Rapids Community College for sponsoring this event. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Martha Reynolds Labor Award recipient, Mr. Larry Dodson. Everybody say, we appreciate you, Mr. Dodson. Yes, sir. He said Ottawa Hills.
And now for the surprise occasion of the evening, as we award our Giant Among Giants Award. And this award is so top secret that we don't even have it on the silver table back there. It is actually underneath the dais, so we wouldn't peek before it was time. Some people crave greatness, but some have greatness thrust upon them, and some people achieve greatness out of humble and transformational leadership, and that is our tonight's Giant of Giants Award recipient. The recipient of the Giant Among Giants Award has always been the benchmark of great leadership. This honoree has an intergenerational connection that engenders respect and affection among many. Community leaders call on this person to tackle issues that affect low-income and disenfranchised communities. This honoree has served as a staunch advocate of youth, serving on the boards of Grand Rapids Public School, Spectrum Health, the Police Chief Advisory Committee, Grand Rapids Student Advancement, and Children Advocacy. Are those enough clues to let you know who it is yet? You think you know? This honoree loves the following scripture found in Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. I think some folks figured out who it was just from that alone. Our beloved honoree is a husband, a father, a grandfather, and a friend of us all. He is a native of Grand Rapids, Michigan. The recipient is an alumni of Central High School, Grand Rapids Community College, Worsham College, and Cornerstone University. He is a part of the illustrious Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated and founding pastor of Brown Hutcherson Ministries. It is with great humility and honor to announce the 2020 recipient of the Giant Among Giants Award, our own Reverend Pastor, Third Ward Commissioner, the one and only Mr. Nathaniel Moody. And he doesn't know, so you're all gonna have to give him a minute as he collects himself, because he is probably shocked as he is approaching the stage. Sir, we salute you for the many ways that you make a difference, for the many ways that you lead, love, and serve, for your many sacrifices. All of the hugs along the way. Our just a glimpse of the many lives that you have touched. And we are so grateful for you and your service to this community. Take your time, sir, it's all right. Mr. Moody to give a few words because he didn't get to do a video because he didn't know.
I don't have the words to say tonight. I am honored to receive such an award, and I thank the committee for selecting me. To stand on the shoulders of so many giants is a privilege. In 1995, when Nina Sleet, Mrs. Butler, Myrna Granderson, and so many others nominated me for the H.C. Toliver Religious Life Award, I turned it down. And I told them I wasn't worthy and that it was too early. And Nina put her hands on my shoulder and said, "Nate, you will live up to it." Tonight, I fulfilled that duty. Now, I am not a crybaby. I'm just an emotional person. Because yesterday we buried a giant of giants, my brother-in-law Michael B. Johnson, whom I've had the privilege to work with as a young man in 1976 when I cut the grass at Brown's funeral home and never thought that I would become a funeral director. That was the beginning of my transformation of finding a purpose. Dr. Miles Monroe once said this. He said that death is not a tragedy. Living life without a purpose is the tragedy. I found purpose when I met this lady to my left. Proverbs 18:22 says, and I want to preach a sermon. It says, a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. It said he has obtained favor from the Lord. I've had favor with her, and I've been blessed for being her husband. And I pray that I can be blessed even more. I want to thank my children. Kids, please stand. Nathaniel, Kendrick, Yvette, Teresa, my son-in-law, Kasia, and my daughter-in-law, Tracy. Stacy. I don't know why I keep calling her Tracy. I want to ask my church body to please stand. Brown Hutchinson Ministries, if you're in the house, please stand. I knew something was up because I ain't never seen this many Brown Hutchinson Ministry people at a banquet. And then two of my college roommates came over and hugged me, which I ain't never seen them at a banquet either. But once again, I just want to thank you, and I am honored to stand before you as a giant of giants because, once again, I'm just a humble man trying to do a purpose and trying to succeed. My wife has pinched me on the side. I guess once again, let me thank the committee for nominating me. and thank all my Omegas. All my Omegas, are you in the house? With this, thank you. May God bless all of you tonight. I don't want to walk off this stage without acknowledging the staff of Brown's Funeral Home who have been so dynamic in allowing me to step in and replace my brother-in-law. They have been 100% on my side, and I just want to say thank you. We will continue into the future.
As we conclude taking some photos to honor tonight's Giant of Giants, I want to invite our chairwoman and vice chairman back to the stage. Have you enjoyed yourself this evening? What a wonderful occasion of celebration. So if I can turn it back over to Ms. Jen Smith and Mr. Jonathan Wheeler as they give us some closing acknowledgments, and then we will dismiss from today's event.
All right, can we please have a round of applause for our magnificent Mistress and Master of Ceremony, Ms. Shannon Cohen and Mr. John Covington.
We want to take another moment to acknowledge our generous sponsors. Thank you to champion sponsor Mercy Health St. Mary's, advocate sponsors DeVos Family Foundation, Fifth Third Bank, Stephen R. Drew and Adam C. Sturdivant of Drew Cooper and Anding. Partner sponsors Blue Cross Blue Shield, Grand Rapids Community Foundation, Grand Valley State University, Mercantile Bank, Spectrum Health, and Steelcase. Individual supporters, Reverend Tamara Baldwin and Senator Winnie Brinks. Please a round of applause for our sponsors.
We want to personally recognize the Giant Awards and Banquet Selection Committee members, Vanessa Green, Clee Jackson, Larry Johnson, Tempe Mann, Darius Quinn, Faye Richardson Green, and Shannon Wilson.
Thank you to Thank you to our volunteers for making this evening flow as smoothly as possible. We could not have done it without you. Also, I just want to acknowledge my parents for coming out, making the trip from Chicago to support me. I love you guys.
We invite you to nominate persons that exemplify the essence of a Giant Awards. The 2021 nomination process will begin March 2nd, 2020. Please visit grcc.edu/ODEI for information.
Now, as our program ends, please join us in the pre-function space for more music and spirits.
Once again, thank you for attending the 38th Annual Giant Awards and Banquet. Happy travels. God bless. Good night. We also have Larry Johnson. No, we are done. Okay. God bless and good night.